Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to my journal world, or my journey world, sorry. Yeah, we're back in alpha at 1.0.17, and I reckon I'm going to work on this area. See, I'm thinking of doing one or two things, like I've got one or two bigger sort of things lined up, but I kind of want to work on the spawn, especially after completing the bridge. Now, the bridge looks cool. I'm not sure if I should add a lake or something in here as well. Also, I kind of want to add a spawn area, like a spawn island, because I think the player spawns in the same block every time. I mean, we can test it. Alright, there we go. Right, oh, we need to remember where we're standing. Right there. Right, let's see if we can mark our spawn with a crafting table, and we'll see if we spawn there every single time. So yeah, just right here. Now I do like this area, but I'm not sure if I should work on it a bit more, just, you know, adding some more pools and whatnot. Alright, I died when I went all the way against this wall. I don't know why. I think there might be a ladder in there. But anyway, yeah, so I do spawn here every time. So that is our spawn area. I'm not sure what I should do, because I don't really like spawning in the water unless we spawn like way up there. Although that's going to look kind of weird as well. Either way, spawn doesn't need to be central to this episode. We can work on other things. For example, I do kind of want to build a bit of a river flowing into the lake here. I think that might look fairly interesting. Right, first of all, we're going to just alter these, or this part of the road. We're going to add some stairs, so it's in keeping with all the other roads we've got, since they all use stairs instead of half slabs. And then what I think we'll do is we'll have a bit of a lake here. So, it's not going to cover the whole ground, but what I do want to do is add some stone to the outer area here. I think that might look fairly cool. This was, of course, a sandpit area as well, similar to that one. The sandpit area was here, but that was covered over with green grass. One thing I have learnt, which might be of some interest, is that there's some issue with mob spawning. Like, mob spawns only occur at 0, but the thing is, I have no idea where 0 is. Oh yeah, look, we do get one of these graph things, these in the bottom left, if you press F6. I only discovered that last episode, and forgot to mention it. But the point is, mob spawning doesn't get fixed that much until 1.2, Alpha 1.2, so we've got to really contend with that for the time being. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a bit of a loch here, a bit of a mini lake. We do have trees. I'm not sure if I want to get rid of them or not. Part of me does, part of me doesn't. It does kind of look cool, but I think we'll get rid of them for now. They've been here since the start of the series, but you know, I'm trying to enhance my world. I'm trying to make it look better, so that's what we'll do. I'm still having a think about what to do for spawn. Like, could I do some sort of a pier? My idea was to do an island, but I don't want to get rid of this section of road because I quite like it. We could do some sort of a spit of land, maybe. So, doing something like that. Yeah, if we do something like that, okay, we get rid of some of the lake, but it does mean we will, see, I don't know, it doesn't detract from it too much, and then we just get rid of this, and we should spawn, in theory, every single time, just at the edge here, and we won't have to swim away. That doesn't look too bad. Yeah, because obviously spawns happened every time on sand, so that's why we spawn in the middle of the water, because I turned that into I turned the sand into a small lake. Okay, as you can see, I have cleared out a bit of an area. I think this is where we will have the well, the other lake, the second lake. I'm not sure how this will look. I'm playing it safe, kind of. I've just simply taken away the lower section here, just so there's a bit of land, just for a bit of variation. And we're just going to, I guess, fill it up with water. See how it looks. Alright, that looks okay, I think. I think the randomness, the variation caused by the hill will certainly help us. well, it's helped us shape it just that wee bit more, to make it look a wee bit more natural. Let's actually just add that there, and yeah, that looks alright, I think. So now what we want to do is maybe add a river at the far end. So we still have a few trees kicking around. We could maybe grow some more trees here. I do have saplings, so we'll leave these to grow just to add back the natural feel of the greenery that the trees gave. And oh yeah, we need a spade. Well, what I think is we'll dig into the ground here, and I wonder, should we have a river flowing through the hill, or should we have it flowing from up high? And where should we have it flowing from? Alright, this is the progress I've made. I've completely cut away a lot of the hills here, the mountain, and we've got the place in a position where we can flood it and create a bit of a small loch. Now, I quite like what we've done so far, what I've done so far. We've got a bit of a cave in there that I've dug out, and I'm hopefully going to try and design it a bit, or you know, work on the aesthetics, work on the cave look. I'm not sure how I'll do that, but we can think about it. It goes over there, it goes over there. I had to slope the hills quite extensively, but I think it's looking okay. I've got one or two ideas for other things to build in and around it, but first of all, we're just going to get rid of this barrier, and we're going to flood the bottom of the loch as it will be. So yes, I don't know what is with me and water features, because obviously I built that fairly substantial body of water by the arena a few episodes ago. But I don't know, I just really like adding water features. One of my biggest fascinations with Minecraft back in the day was rivers. Like, obviously in beta there was no rivers, and because I played in beta 1.3 for an extended amount of time, I didn't have access to rivers, and then when I got the game, it was really weird to, just have these rivers and that, and I always found them fascinating. So I guess it's kind of carried on a bit. It doesn't make much sense, but, it's just small things like that make the game interesting. But anyway, this is looking pretty good. I think we'll have the water flooding there. I mean, obviously we will. I wouldn't have dug it fully out otherwise. Yes, it is turning night. It's always fun when it turns night in alpha. But yeah, it's looking good. Now, I did have one idea, and I might work on this off camera, but my idea was to build a skull right over there. Part of the reason for that is because I had an image of one built in alpha and it looked cool, and I thought, oh, why not try to implement that? But the other reason is because I was watching Zenger's Season 2 of his Hardcore LP, in which he actually constructed a cool skull. Now, he constructed it out of quartz and clay, like hardened clay, none of which I have access to. But I'm sure we could come up with an interesting design, or just rip off whoever built the one in the screenshot that I've taken off the internet. No, I'm kidding. Well, like, we will rip it off, but I will credit as usual. I mean, I would say most of the stuff in the world has been inspired in some way or another by something someone's already done in game, if not something someone's done IRL. Like, for example, I guess it's the statues that we did by the Anatolikos, that was kind of taken from online as well. But there you go. Maybe it's just because I'm not so brainy, but I don't have the artistic eye required for these things. But yeah. So yeah, the skull is probably going to go there. I think that would be a good place for it. But I still need to design it. It's going to hopefully have a neat 3D look, but I'm not quite sure how it's going to fit in or what purpose it... Like, part of me thinks it would be cool if its mouth was like an opening to a cave or something like that. That might look pretty cool. Okay, so that's what the loch looks like at the moment. I think it looks pretty cool. Just something fairly simple to add. I mean, and we don't really walk this way. Obviously, it makes it more difficult to maneuver, but we don't walk this way, so it's not like a big deal with regards to limiting movement. I mean, I used to walk that way before I got the Eats Road, and we've also got the minecart track now. Oh, look at this, we've also got 2 mega trees near the base. I grew them, not on purpose, they just happen to grow by themselves into mega trees, and I think they're kind of cool, so we'll leave them there. Whoa, no, 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 oh, no, are you kidding? Oh, that's so annoying. How did he cut? He must have spawned. Oh, I think they spawn on leaves in this version, or certainly in some alpha versions, those guys spawn on leaves, which is, yeah, kind of frustrating, but there you go. Such is life. They're just there to keep you on your toes, so kind of thing, just to make sure you're paying attention, which I was kind of a bit lax there. Alright, so this is just a quick time lapse of the building of the skull. I decided to go ahead and do it. Just to reiterate, this is not my design. I got it from online, just from some image, some old screenshot I found, and it looked pretty good. And that is what I'll be going ahead and implementing into the world here. I was hoping for it to have a second function, as I said. I said it might be good to get it to like go into a cave or something, but I'm not quite sure how we're going to work on that. I am building it into a hill, which means there is potential to maybe expand it into a cave system, or maybe just an elevator up into the hill that it's next to. I don't know. There's all sorts of things we could do with it. But as you can see, I am actually pausing a lot because it did take a lot of time to think, to really get an idea of how the detail was added, because it is a very detailed build. In my view, like, I've learned a lot about the early game from playing this, and in my view, a lot of the most detailed builds they're detailed not necessarily because of block variation, but because their shape, because of what the way they do things. I mean, think about the statues across the water from Anatolicus. I built that entirely out of cobblestone, but the pictures I was referring to had them so well detailed with shapes and that it doesn't matter what they're made out of. It doesn't matter that they're made out of just cobble. The fact is they look all right, and that's really what we're going for here with the skull. I mean, these days in Minecraft, there's probably such a great variety of blocks that you can get away with adding 1 or 2 other blocks, maybe just to add a bit of texture and that. But here, all texture, all variation is generated by shapes. Okay, we do use, I think, wool blocks for the teeth in this case, and there is cobble used in one part, but most of it is just plain stone, which is what we are using at the minute. As you can see, I'm just working on the head. And yeah, it's coming along pretty well, and I like the spawn area in general, just the way it's gone this episode so far. I could add a few other things to it, and I might well do that, but for now I think it looks okay. I should add that it's been years since I've used Windows Movie Maker to edit footage, but in my experience you can actually make time lapses. You can speed them up quicker using Movie Maker compared with the Sony products. So yeah, that's interesting. I mean, maybe there's a way to speed up even faster than this, but I don't know. This is the fastest I could get it going. But that's just something interesting that I've been really thinking about. But yeah, I'm thinking the skull looks okay. I'm being a bit lazy here. The walls are just flat at the sides of the head, but I mean the side of anyone's head is kind of flat. So yeah, this is the top. Obviously, I'm not too unhappy with how it looks, but let's have a look at it now. And that is what it looks like. Yeah, I quite like it. Whoever designed it, kudos to them. It looks fantastic. The screenshot I had showed the skeleton, the skull to be more. It was more revealed, but I kind of like how it looks hidden, almost like it's appearing out of the hillside, like it's forcing its way through. I kind of like that, you know, with the grass and the dirt kicking around. I really like it. One thing that I do want to add that was part of the original design is fire. Obviously we don't have netherrack, but if you set alight some logs, they should remain on fire permanently. Oh, and this is what the head looks like. I probably shouldn't look in there, just in case there's a mob such as a creeper. So what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to get rid of that. We're going to make ourselves our first flint and steel, like so. Then we're just going to put that there. Now, will this remain... Now, nothing else is going to burn down, so if the wood burns out, then that's fine. I don't mind an awful lot. Then we'll just put the other one there. Put that one there. And that should burn eternally, which would be good. I'm not sure when that was that feature was removed, because I saw in Etho's Worlds in his LP long ago he had one of those burning just randomly, and I thought it was kind of funny. But that's what the skeleton looks like. Oh wait, the other one's burned out. I mean, it looks cool. It's just the other one. Why is the other one not burning? Yeah, it burned out. That's really, really peculiar. Oh, but that one hasn't. Let's just wait here a moment. See if this one burns out. We're on hard difficulty for those that are wondering, so maybe that has something to do with it. I appreciate that back in the day, if you were more of a creative builder, you'd more than likely play on peaceful all the time or easy, just because you're focused on building. You don't want to have your builds destroyed by creepers. Obviously nowadays it's not a problem because mobs don't bat an eyelid in creative. That's really peculiar. Is it still going? It is still going. They're both burning. Yeah, that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Now what I plan to do is go back to Anatalika. So remember those pillars down from the hill? We've got the tower on the hill, and then just below that we've got this platform, like this patio area with towers. I'm going to try and add those to it, because I think that would be really cool. But yeah, I really like that. So yeah, again, kudos to whoever invented it. I think we'll just leave it as it is for now. I was going to like have a door in the back or a cave or something and have an elevator go up, but I like it the way it is. It just adds a bit to the area, and yeah, it looks really cool actually. I'm really liking how this is turning out. We've got the tall trees here. I do remember one thing I was working on before I was recording was this path. As you can see, it's very straight now. I've widened it, but the aim is I'm bringing this forward to bring it under the bridge, and I'm going to try and bring it all the way here. I think that would be cool, but I will show that off. Oops. And then that glitch is very annoying. I'll show that off next episode once I get around to finishing it. The other thing I want to accomplish is I want to add this sort of a pattern throughout the whole cave, so the walls aren't just completely flat. And also I don't want to create any spawning space, so there's going to be no platforms. It kind of looks like a ravine in some ways, but maybe not. But yeah, there's one or two other things I want to accomplish before next episode. Whether I will or not, I'm not sure. We shall see. But thank you for your company this episode. It's much appreciated, and I will see you when I see you.